So I wasn't gonna talk about this thing about Alyssa Milano. I was just gonna leave this alone. But it seems like there's plenty of people on YouTube that are talking about this. And you know, I don't follow celebrities. I don't give a fuck about that shit, and I don't care about politics either. I don't take everything at face value either. I look more deeply into certain things. And I just want to say outright, I don't agree with abortion at all. I've made that clear in some of my other videos, but I'm not going to get too deeply on why. I'm not going to go too deep on why. I'm just going to say that I don't give a fuck about abortion news as far as like, the politics behind it and certain people trying to, call themselves having protests against it. And then we have this shit with this so-called sex strike being pushed by this washed up has been loser bitch that can't probably get a decent acting job nowadays to save her life, Alyssa Milano, at least not on something that people actually want to watch. And like you should see some of her post-wall photos at some of these rallies. They actually look worse than the one that you see right here. I mean, she's hit the wall way straight on and smashed it into obliteration. And it's like at over 44, she's probably 44 or over. You're talking about a sex strike. Most people that are actually giving it up and want to fuck, especially women that actually want to fuck that are probably still in their 20s, they couldn't give a good goddamn about a 40-something-year-old woman that they have no idea who she is because they wasn't around during the time that she was popular and looked decent. They don't know who she is, so they couldn't give a fuck about a sex strike. The only people, like someone said on some comments on YouTube, the only people that really care about something like that is people that's her age and older who ain't fucking anyway, and who most men probably don't want at that age because they're too fucked up by feminism and have hit the wall smash hard just like she has. But in her struggle to become and stay relevant once again, she's into politics and social justice nonsense. And I don't understand how people, like, they see people post on Twitter like this loser and they take it seriously. It's on Twitter. If you hear somebody put something on Twitter, you're not supposed to take it seriously to begin with. It's Twitter, for fuck's sake. It sounds like a joke. I've been new that. I've never used that service. You will never see me post anything there. Imagine me making the type of videos I make and I post something saying, "Oh, go follow me on Twitter." That's so fucking stupid. But people take it serious, some people, right? Now I can tell you this, okay? This is how it's gonna play out. This is how it's gonna play out. They bring up this war on women's health, which really means a war on women's right to kill babies. They'll call it war on women's health or war on women's reproductive rights, war on women's right to choose, and all this fancy shit. It really means basically putting their right to murder babies and chop them up into pieces and have them taken out of their womb, for their convenience. They call that women's health. That's what they call it. At least these people that talk about stuff. So this is the thing. They do this every 3 years, okay? They do a lot of stuff every 3 years. So this is one of the nonsense that they do. There will never be a law passed that will get passed and made into law. It can be a bill, but it'll never get passed and made into law and last longer than at least 1 week, banning any kind of abortion. Okay? Okay, that is just as simple as that. It's just as simple as that. I mean, they hash this fake news every 3 years, and that's exactly what it is. I'm going to tell you how it's going to play out, though. Number one, this thing about, they're blaming Donald Trump for... I didn't read the news about it because I don't care. I've given up, being concerned about, abortion being banned and stuff like that years ago. I gave that up. Do I think it's wrong? Yeah. So how it's going to play out is this. Is that if Donald Trump is involved in this, which they claim he is, it's fake. And apparently it has to do with him and Alabama passing a bill or a law against abortion some kind of way or another. That's fake too. So what's going to happen is that in a few weeks, I'll give it a month at the very most, you're going to see the same bullshit ass mainstream media news channels, CNN, ABC, NBC, CBS. You're going to see them start saying that Alyssa Milano and other feminists, along with the mainstream media, are telling you that the sex strike worked and it convinced men to vote against the bill or law that Alabama was trying to pass. They're going to tell you that it worked, and that Alabama probably decided to go over Donald Trump and use their individual power as a state to overturn the law, to have it overturned. And it's going to be the same shit over and over that you hear. A state decides they want to go against abortion, then they'll change their mind. The truth is, it never happened in the first fucking place. Ain't nobody passing nothing in reality to stop women from killing babies. That is the first and foremost thing that's important to the Supreme Court. If you want to be a Supreme Court judge, you have to agree to that. I don't care what anyone else says. So when they tell you this in a few weeks, remember that I told you that there was never a ban or a thought of a ban in the first place. Why would they do this? First of all, it's what's called a psyop or a social experiment. Look that up if you want to. Second of all, it's basically to do this. Everybody knows that feminism is almost completely dead. So by doing this and saying that they won and their little sex strike, which never happened, actually worked, is to say that feminism is still going strong and women should still believe in it, because they're going to tell you, well, you know, when we get together as a woman in a group, when we come together as women, we can accomplish anything. And of course, a lot of people are going to be believing it. You're going to see the mainstream media run this shit into the fucking ground. And 3 years later from now, they're going to do it all over again. And every 3 years, they're going to do it. I don't understand why, especially someone like this, that you see this post-war motherfucker here, this loser bitch. Oh my God, her and those washed-up comedians from Saturday Night Live that did the Ghostbusters movie. These stupid feminists, right? They want you to believe that they're actually making strides in women's best interest when the things that they do are actually detrimental to women's best interest. They're making a lot of men hate women in general. They create misogynists, okay? And they're actually the biggest misogynists that there are, because the things that they do are detrimental to women's best interests at the end of the day. If a lot of men don't want nothing to do with a lot of women because of this stupid feminist crap, how is that helping women at all? So I'm really pissed off about this, because it's like they do this shit every few years, and they take multiple different things that they run, and it's to tell you, oh, you know, if women have power, when the truth is, if it wasn't for stupid men that allow themselves to be pushovers and pass laws in favor of killing babies and other stupid feminist shit, then they would have no power. And the core of feminism is abortion. That's the truth. This is the reason why this country can never make abortion illegal. They can never ban it. Even if we're falling way below the replacement rate, they're never going to get rid of it, because that's the core of feminism. If you get rid of that, everything else that's feminist will collapse entirely. If you notice, and I'm pretty sure that other countries where abortion is completely banned, feminism is not thriving, alive, and well. It can't. It can't. Well, once you tell a woman that she doesn't have, you know, the unrestricted carte blanche right to kill innocent children, that she doesn't come before children, that messes up a lot of other things feminists. But once a country tells a woman that she can put herself before innocent children and murder them at her convenience, then she's basically allowed. It's like when some of you guys that watch these videos on YouTube and the news, when you see women walk free from murdering grown men and murdering their toddlers and stuff, and giving all kind of excuses why they should be let free, or giving bullshit sentences, why do you act enraged every time? A lot of you are okay with abortion. When you give any human being the right to kill an unborn child just because they don't want it, when you give them carte blanche to kill innocent children, okay, you're basically giving them the right to do whatever they want. If women can walk free for murdering babies, what makes you think that they can't walk free for killing a grown ass man or woman? What makes you think that? Really, think about that. All of you say, "Oh, I'm pro-choice," fucking joke. I'm pro-choice, especially the guys that say you're pro-choice like it benefits you in some fucking way. You don't realize that the reason why women get away with every fucking thing is because we've been telling them for 40 years that they can kill babies who haven't done nothing to nobody. What makes you think that this same system won't give them permission to get away with anything else after that? That's the epitome of all things that are wrong. So of course they're gonna get away with everything. And like I said, this country will never strike that down. They'll never strike that down. I'm sick of hearing or seeing about these videos from, I forget, TFP Student Action or some shit. You know, this stupid anti-abortion protest, all this fucking nonsense. And this state's considering banning that shit'll never fucking happen, dude. You just might as well just kill that noise. Okay, you know how I know that it will never happen, and when I learned? When Obama got elected. You can look up why. You can look up what that has to do with why he got elected, how I said abortion laws will never happen to ban abortion in any state. When he got elected, that's how I knew. That was when? 11 years ago. So it was a dead subject then, and it's a dead subject now. People need to stop talking about this shit and move the fuck on. It is what it is.